Okay, welcome to the 1973 Tom Seaver replay. We are at game number 10. Here are the statistics through 9 games for Seaver. He is 5-2 at the moment. 77 innings pitched, 46 hits, 20 earned runs, 21 walks, 64 strikeouts, 8 home runs, and a 2.34 ERA. He's currently working on 18 scoreless innings. He's pitched 2 back-to-back shutouts, both against the Pittsburgh Pirates. So now he travels to Dodger Stadium to face Tommy John and the LA Dodgers. So let's see what Seaver can do here. Wayne Garrett's the batter. He's a lefty against Tommy John, who's a lefty. 4-9. Single to right field. Felix Mian's the batter. 2-7 versus lefty. Ground ball pitcher B. That's a fielder's choice. Cleon Jones the batter. Nothing on the Havoc. 1-6 versus a lefty. Fly out to center field. Rusty Staub, lefty on a lefty, 15. 6-7 versus a lefty on a lefty. Ground ball second base X. Second baseman is Davey Lopes. He's a 3E14. We have a 6 on a 3. That's a G3. He gets there. 9, 13 on a 14 error. He makes the play. So it was a G3 pound. If Felix Mian was asterisk, I use that as a hold. He is not. So let's see what the G3 plays out to be with the infield normal. Runner on first. Okay, the runner advances, so they make the play. So Lopes in the hole, 4-3. Mian goes to second. Jim Bokamp's the batter. 5, nothing on the Havoc. 4-6 versus a righty. Ground ball shortstop A. So nothing for the Mets in the top of the first. And we got Tom Seaver, who, as I said earlier, is working on 18 scoreless innings. Davey Lopes, the leadoff hitter. 3-10 versus a righty. Whoa, right into the gut of it. Double 1-6, single 7-20, double. Well, this scoreless inning streak might go quicker than we thought. Bill Buckner. 6-9 versus a lefty. Ground ball shortstop X. That's Harrelson. He's a 1E16. That's a 4-8. Excuse me. That's a 12. He gets there. Let's just make sure of that. No error. And he does get there. So we got a, let's see what that is, 19. A 1G1 with a runner on second. Side, so the stays there. Let's see here. So we got okay. So we have. Let's take a look. So now the batter for the Dodgers is Manny Mota. And we've got Lopes still at second. Nothing on the Havoc. 6-7 versus a righty. Struck him out. Move on to Willie Davis. 18, nothing on the Havoc. 5-6 versus a lefty. Struck him out. Seaver gets out of that inning. He's up to 19 scoreless. George Theodore will be leading off for the Mets in the top of the second inning. .111 versus a lefty. Ground ball, shortstop A. Grounds out to shortstop. Bud Harrelson. Excuse me. Jerry May is the batter. I had to pull this off of the Strat viewer. Let's take a look at that. So Jerry, 3-7 versus a lefty. Single for Jerry May. Let's get his stats down. He is a 2E15 with a +2 arm. Okay, so we have a runner at first. Nothing on the Havoc roll. Bud Harrelson's a batter. He'll be batting righty against left-handed Tommy John. 1-6 versus a lefty. Triple 1-5, double 6-20. Triple for Bud Harrelson. He'll drive in Jerry May. So we got a runner on third. 1 out for Seaver. See if he can have the pause. Nothing on the Havoc. 6-9 versus a righty. Fly ball right field B. Let's see what happens there. So with a fly ball right field B, just want to look at the charts here and just confirm on the flyouts. Where is the fly ball right field B? I just wanted to double check the chart. So the fly ball right field B is considered a sacrifice. Harrelson scores. So we got 2 runs scored, 2 outs, and Wayne Garrett is the batter. .55 versus a lefty. Ground ball, second base out. We'll go to the bottom of the second inning. Joe Ferguson will lead off for the Los Angeles Dodgers. Seaver going on inning 20. .68 versus a righty. Ground out to third baseman. Willie Crawford is the batter. He's a lefty. .311 versus a righty. And that is a ballpark diamond chance in Los Angeles for a lefty. It is a 1-11. 1-11, it's gone for Willie Crawford. 4, it's gone. So that ends the scoreless inning streak. Brings the game to 2-1. Mets still up. Bronze, the Penguin batter. 5-5 versus a righty. Struck him out. Bill Russell. 4-5 versus a righty. Home run 1, fly ball 2-20. Fly out to left field. Okay, so here we are after 2 innings. We've got a 2-1 score. Mets lead the game 2-1. Felix Mian will be the batter for the Mets here at the top of the 3rd inning. Okay. (6-9) versus a righty. Fly out to right field. Cleon Jones. 1-9 versus a lefty. Double 1-4. Single 5-20. Single for Cleon Jones. Rusty Staub. 2. Okay, so now with a 2, we have either a possible pass ball or a balk. Have to roll a 6 die, a 1. So we do a balk check. Tommy John's a 0, so no balk. Lefty on a lefty. 6-11 versus a lefty. Fly ball right field X. The right fielder is Willie Crawford. He's a 3E7. So 4 on a 3 for outfield. That's a single. Runners advance 2 bases. Let's see if there's any errors. 12-14 on a 7. No error, but a single, and runners advance 2 bases. Cleon Jones goes to 3rd. Beaucamp is the batter. 1st and 3rd. 1 out. 3. 4-9 versus a righty. Single 1-19. Single 1 star. That drives in Cleon Jones. Staub goes to 2nd. The batter's George Theodore. 1st and 2nd. 1 out. 6-5 versus a righty. Ground ball shortstop X. Shortstop is Bill Russell. He's a 2E31. So a 12 on a 2. He gets there. 7 on a 31. He makes the play. So we got a G1 with runners on 1st and 2nd. We got a double play. Nice play by Russell. So we bring it to 3-1. We're going into the bottom of the 3rd. Tommy John will be the leadoff hitter for the Dodgers here. Up against Seaver. 6. He's a right-handed batter. 6-8. Ground out to the 3rd baseman. Top of the order. Davey Lopes. 3-10 versus a righty. That's the same role he had last time. Double 1-6, single 7-20. Single for Davey Lopes. Okay, we got Jerry May. Let's check the. Let's possibly see if we can get Lopes and get a lead and possibly make a steal here. All right, let's take a look here. Let's see if he gets a good lead or not. It's a 9, so no lead, so he'll stay. Nothing on Havoc. Buckner 6-9 versus a lefty. Ground ball shortstop X with a runner on first. Harrelson is the shortstop. He's a 1E16. So a 15 gives him a G1. And the E16, he's a 9. Makes the play. G1 with a runner on first. Double play. 6-4-3. Nice play by Harrelson. So defense can win you games right there. Jerry May will be leading off for the Mets here. He got a single last time, and as I said before, I had to get his card off of the Strat viewer. So let's put him in here. One 7, ground out to the shortstop. Bud Harrelson. Four 5 switch hitter, so he'll be batting righty, ground out to the shortstop. Seaver. 6-7 righty, ground ball shortstop X, ground ball second base X. Davey Lopes. 1 on a 3. That's a single. 13 on a 14. So no error. But he does get a single for Seaver. Lopes couldn't get to it. That will bring up the top of the order. Wayne Garrett with a runner on first. Nothing on the Havoc. 2-5 versus a lefty. Single, 2 stars. What is that? Clutch? Clutch is only if the runner's in scoring position, I believe, right? Let me just double check that. Yeah, so ignore it unless there's a runner at second and third. So we got a single 2-star for Garrett. Runner on first and third. Felix Mion, the batter. 2 outs. Nothing on the Havoc. 1-5 versus a lefty. Look at that. Triple 1-2, double 3-20. Double for Mion. Seaver comes in. Garrett will go to third. Maybe we can try to do a little bit more runner advancement on him. So Garrett's speed is a 12. The double was to center field because there was no one Clarify, Davis is a -1. So it's a 12 minus 1's an 11. Garrett wasn't held because he's not an asterisk. That's the way I do that. So 11. So you give a +1, so 12. 2 outs, 14. So 1 to 14 he scores. Cleon Jones was second and third. I think I'll just hold Garrett. Mets are hitting good. 12. Let's see if Cleon Jones can do anything. 5-9 versus a righty. Look at that. Home run 1 to 4. Double 5 to 20. Gone. You got a 1 as long as it's an N. And Cleon Jones is a power normal. 3-run homer. So good call on not sending Garrett home. Look at that. Mets haven't done much hitting at all this replay. But look at the stats in the upper right hand corner, the actual game stats. Mets had 22 hits, the Dodgers had 19 that day. Rusty Staub. 5-5 versus a lefty, ground out to second baseman. Mets up 7-1. Jeez, what do you do there? Do you leave Tommy John in? I don't know. Manny Mota will lead off for the Dodgers here. The bottom of the fourth. 4-4 versus a righty. Catcher X. Catcher is Jerry May. He's a 2E15. 10. 2 PF. 11 on a 15. It's a 1 base error. Catcher drops foul, pop for error. Batter still at plate. Okay, so Mota's still at plate. 1-7 versus a righty. Single for Mota. Willie Davis is the batter. .65 versus a lefty. Struck him out. Joe Ferguson. Nothing on the Havoc. Righty versus righty here. 5-3. Ground ball pitcher X. Seaver is a 3E26. So 2 on a 3. That's a single, runners advance 1 base. An 18 on a 26. 2 base error. So a single and a 2 base error. Single, 2 base error. Mota scores. Willie Crawford, the batter, with a runner on third and 1 out. .27 versus a righty. Walk. First and third, 1 out for Ron Say, the Penguin. .311 versus a righty. Ground ball first base A, that's a double play. Pick up 1 more run. We got a 7-2 game. We're going to stick John in there for another inning. Maybe till his at bat. Jim Beaucamp is the batter for the Mets. 4-8 versus a righty. Walk. 6-5 versus a righty, ground ball shortstop X. 2E31, 20. 2, that's a G1. 6 on an E31. Double play. Jerry May is the batter. That's a 2-5 versus a lefty. That's a single for Jerry May. Bud Harrelson, nothing on the Havoc. Let's get the focus back in here. Let's see here. Okay. 210 versus a lefty. Ground out to second base. Okay, so we have a 7-2 game. Bill Russell will be leading off for the Dodgers here, followed by Tommy John, who I'm sure is going to be relieved here. Oh, we already got the batter in the batter's box. Okay. Okay, so (3-7) righty struck him out. Steve Garvey will be the pinch hitter for Tommy John. He's a righty up against Seaver. 6-3 righty, fly ball left field X. George Theodore, he's a 3E6, a 1 on a 3. That's a double for Garvey. 10 on a E6. That's a double, no error. Garvey hits a nice double. Brings up the top of the order. Garvey does his job. Davey Lopes. Will be up against Seaver. Runner on second, 2. Okay, so we have a possible pass ball. Balk check. That's a possible pass ball check. May is, he's a 0 pass ball, so we have no pass ball. 3-5. Single for Davey Lopes. It's an open single. Right field. Garvey's running is a 12. -4 for stop. He's not going anywhere. So first and third, 1 out. Buckner to batter. (6-9) versus a lefty. Ground ball shortstop X. I'd say they're normal defense trying to get the double play. So we got a 6-9 ground ball shortstop X. We know that's Harrelson with a 1E16. It's an 11. So we got a possible double play. 10 on a 16. Makes it. Double play, Harrelson. It's 2 double plays for Buckner. Met fans love him. All right, let's go. We got to get a pitcher for Tommy John. We got Seaver batting. We will bring in see who we got in the bullpen. How about Jim Brewer? No, Jim Brewer's their closer. How about How about Doug Raw? Bring him in. Tommy John went 5. By Raw. Okay. So now we have Seaver leading off. 5'11" versus a righty. Struck him out. Top of the order at the top of the 6 for Wayne Garrett. One 9 versus a lefty. Struck him out. Felix Mian. 4-6 versus a righty. Struck him out. Wow, strikes out the side. Look at that. Impressive. Now for the Dodgers, we have Manny Mota leading off. Let's see what he can do here. Two 6 versus a righty. Ground out to the pitcher. Willie Davis. 2-11. Ground out to the first baseman. Joe Ferguson. 2-7. Double 1-5. Single 6-20. Double for Ferguson. That brings up Willie Crawford, who had a homer back in the 2nd. Nothing on the Havoc. 6-10 versus a lefty. Ground ball shortstop X. Harrelson again. We know he's a 1/16. Gets to the play. Let's see if there's any error. 13 out of 16. No error. So Harrelson makes the play. Really key defense tonight by Bud Harrelson. Rao's going to stay in there. He's pitched really well that last inning. And we got Cleon Jones will be leading off for the Mets here. He hit that nice 2-run homer there back in the 4th. Okay, let's see what we got here. Sometimes with the focus, it's better if we just put that sheet there. That'll bring that back into place. Got to figure out the focus here on this camera. Okay, so we got Cleon Jones. 6-7 versus a righty. Walk. Rusty Staub. 3. 4-7 versus a lefty. Walk. Bocamp. 9. 4-7 versus a righty. Single 1, ground ball third base B. Okay. Fielder's choice. Runner on first and third. 1 out for George Theodore. Two versus a lefty. Ground ball shortstop A. That's a double play. Wow, it's a nice 2 innings here. Ron Say will be leading off for the Dodgers here in the bottom of the 7th. Seaver pitching a solid game. Let's see what he's got here. He's through 6 innings. 1-9. Pops out to third. Bill Russell. One 6 versus a righty. Homer 1-4. Fly out 5-20. Fly out to left field. See if the Dodgers can bring in a pinch hitter. How about Tom Paciorek? Russell. One more here. Paciorek there. We had a 2-5 versus a righty struck him out. Okay, Paciorek couldn't do anything. Let's move on to the... We need a pitcher for the Dodgers. Paciorek couldn't do anything. Doug Rau's out. Pete Reichert will be the pitcher for the Dodgers. The Mets have Jerry May as the batter. We got to use his card there. Get Harrelson here. Jerry May, another lefty. Full of them tonight. 5'8". May's a righty. Ground out to the third baseman. Bud Harrelson. 4'12" versus a righty. Walks. Seaver's going to stay in the game. .310 versus a lefty. It doesn't matter on a pitcher's card. Ground ball, shortstop A. That's a double play. The Mets will get the top of the order here in the 9th. The Dodgers are at the top of the order here as well. Davey Lopes will be leading off. One 3 versus a righty, ground out to second baseman. Bill Buckner's the batter. 1-6 versus a righty, ground out to the pitcher. Manny Mota. 5'11" versus a righty, ground fly out to the right fielder. So 1-2-3 inning for Seaver. We're down to the last, possibly last at-bats for the Dodgers in the bottom of the 9th. We got to get through to see if the Mets can grab anything else. Wayne Garrett will start off here against Reichert. 6'7" versus a lefty. Ground ball, second base X. That's Lopes. He's a 3E14. 9-13. No error. See if the range. 6 on a 3. He gets there. Felix Millan. 4-8 for a righty. Pop out to third. Cleon Jones hit the 3-run homer back in the 4th. 3-4 versus a lefty, ground out to the third baseman. Okay, so Seaver's going to stay in there for the 9th. Gets a nice solid performance here. Just finishes it out. Willie Davis will be leading off. One 5 versus a righty. Single to right. Ferguson. Nothing on the Havoc. 3-7. Walk. Seaver sensing he's a little tired here. See if I can bail him out with a double play. 4-2 versus a lefty. Fly out to left. Ronse. 2. Okay, so we got a balk chance. 2 is a balk, correct? Balk. Seaver 0 on a balk, so continue the at bat. 6-7 versus a righty. Struck him out. Down to Bill Russell. See what Russell can do here. Nothing on that. 1-9. Ground out to the second baseman. So it finishes it up here. Mets win the game 7-2 in LA. See what Seaver's stats are. He went 9. Gave up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9 hits. 1 home run. 2 runs. Both earned. 2 walks. 7 strikeouts. Nice performance for a Seaver. So that brings his record to 6-2 on the replay. And we'll see you at the next matchup for Seaver. Thanks for joining.